And up the sun. It started to shine on me through the window again. This is so amazing. Boom, baby, boom. Right. And shine, even if it's a reflection through a mirror this time. This is the morning marijuana motivation. I'm Saints Addiction. You are live from the patio and the gym and the workout. Right now, we got positivity pebbles here. These are going to be painted and pushed around Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh rocks, Vegas sluts, rock sluts, and positivity pebbles all at once. I got my friend blowing up my page right now, so I want to check on him. I'm working on one of my angels this morning, and that's why we're talking about it this morning, because you got to measure twice and cut once, but the point that we forget to do is measure twice, and that's why we have to step back, reassess Saints Addiction. All right, I'm on a mission. Let me get some of these rocks that I hand scrubbed yesterday for an hour back into this motherfucker. That's right. You have to stay with me now. I'm gonna pick up these rocks just like we do in life. You got to pick up the rocks and scrub them up, make sense of it. I got about 80 rocks here. One, two, some shaped like hearts. Yeah, all free from the river. 2, 4, 6, 8. If they break when you step on them, they really weren't on. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. That's right. 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Maybe I missed it. 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. 50. Maybe it's 60 because I counted wrong, but 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80. I think I miscounted. 82, 84, 86, 88. So I think 78 is more like it. All washed, all ready to date. Only one scrubbed and broke. That's what happens with some of these rocks. You got to be careful for the rocks you step on. And this morning's marijuana motivation is no different. We're going to have this conversation. Maybe I'll just keep it now. We'll just leave the rocks right here in the edge. Time to smoke. I got a friend that's on the edge. We're going to call him. Every morning I reach, preach, and teach. Today is no different. You know, I got to get my scrub on. Got to get our weights on and everything, but I wanted to call a friend because he seems to be not in a good way. He's leaving me all sorts of weird messages today. I don't know what's going on with him. Haven't heard from him in a while. He keeps talking crazy like I'm a sound body and mind and everything's going good, or you know, I'm not committing suicide. And I'm like, most people don't write that kind of stuff down. So this is the reason to measure twice, because we assess things so quickly, making so many decisions. Should I brush my teeth? Should I drink water? I think the last thing that people are doing is concentrating on their actual health, right? They're not actually focused on if they're healthy or not. And that's the scary part. I'm looking at the messages and I'm like, I better reach out to shit, my posts are being deleted. I hope you got a screenshot. I did not get a screenshot because I'm not tracking it like that. I'm just listening to him. Hunter Biden, Tiananmen Square. I'm of sound body and mind. Who does that? Anyone free thinking out there? Yeah. Some crazy shit going on this morning.
I don't know if I should call him on live and share his information. You know, a lot of things are private, you know, especially when you're going through it. I think it's important that you call someone, especially if you don't feel okay to handle it yourself. I just got off the phone with my spiritual mentor. She was super awesome. I didn't get to talk to her, right? But I said, "Hey, let's recap what I went through losing a child to a narcissist on the island. Really fucked up my head. I'd love to sit here and just go, "Oh yeah, I've been all right. I've been all right." Yeah, you okay? I'm just checking on people right now because my friends might not be okay. And this is that check or that measure, if you want to call it, to measure twice. I think a lot of us just run outside and we don't even check. I mean, if we got our cell phone, we're even lucky. But did you grab a water? Did you grab your purse? Did you grab your mind? Or did you just peel out and go into autopilot and wonder how things happen? You know what I mean? That's what ends up happening. And I don't want anybody to go through it. Lord knows I've been going through it. And in that art of going through it, everything, uh, it makes me want to not have someone else feel that. I mean, if you have any kind of compassion or passion or any kind of compulsion inside you, if you've seen someone else go through it, this is what I say about prison or homelessness or poverty is I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. You know what I mean? I mean, I got some enemies and I got some haters, but I wouldn't want to see my hater. You know, I couldn't walk past the cage that they were in prison and look myself in the eye or sleep at night. Even if it was someone I hated and I had a tough time with them, and we all have, you know, people we don't get along with, right? I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy. I don't want to see human beings, let alone animals, like at the zoo, you know, captured and not in their natural environment, not living their life purpose, just behind a cage, not doing anything but sitting and waiting. I think it's a whole bunch of waste. You know, I mean, for real, you're just wasting your time. You're just wasting your talent, and unfortunately, you're wasting space with the complaining or the disillusionment or the suicidal tendencies. I think again, once again, we're here not measuring properly, right? Like if you were measuring your confidence properly, you would see that you've been alive long enough to survive everything that's been thrown at you. If you've held on long enough to see how the story develops, because you never know what really happens. You know, I'm losing children over here, and I can't tell you why I lost two babies. Lord knows I could sit and cry about it and have cried about it many a times, but it is what it is. You know, the disillusionment of my family and why we don't get along is another real reality that I have to live with. And it sucks. There's going to be things in your life where you're like, I can't believe I had to sacrifice or survive that. I can't believe these things are happening to me. Why? Not then, not then, not then. Let's measure twice, real quick. You know, let's measure twice, real quick. Is this the lessons of the universe being sent to us to let us know what it is? I mean, you know, like I know sometimes them lessons be coming with no fucking boxing gloves, bro. Like they'll be hitting you with just straight knuckles in your eyeball, bro. It's vicious out here. And we think that everything's practice or a training. Sometimes it's fight night. You know, sometimes it's Friday night fight night, and you better get your gloves on because life don't fight right. And unfortunately, like he's going on about something about a lawyer and a house and staying with his mother. What if that was your thing? I said that the other day. What if it was your mom that was sick in Brazil and you needed the medicine, but you couldn't afford the insulin? I'm stealing your cell phone. I don't even, I'm sorry, but I have to steal your cell phone, bro. I don't have enough money to get my mom her medicine. I gotta steal your cell phone. I'm so sorry I caused you inconvenience. I'm sorry your little plastic gadget's worth so much money, but I need to take it so I can go get my mom some medicine. That would be a measure twice approach. You know, most people, they just snatch the phone and you think that they're going to go off, run and get drugs with it or spend it frivolously. We didn't measure it twice. We've never measured twice. We never accountability and looking at the thing differently. Nobody wants to do the twice thinking. They want to go off the first impulse, the first jump, the first emotion and say, oh, that's the way it is. That's the way it has to be. That's the way I felt it to be, instead of let me take my emotions out of it. Let me not take not let me not take anything personally, right? You know what I mean? Like, this whole thing is crazy to me. My buddy's even on the phone right now on some. I feel like they're watching me and listening. And if you're my friend, what was our last disagreement? And I'm just like, bro, I get it. There might be some AI robots hunting Hunter Biden, some bullshit like that. But Hunter Biden isn't going to come jump into your chest and save you from your soul. You know, you got to measure your own mentality. You got to get away from people that are trying to measure instability or issues. You got to come back and find the real math, and that's why we got to bless up this morning and talk about real focus, because the rest of this shit's been crazy this morning. Let me bless up. I got 2 o'clock morning messages from my homie in Florida. He's going on about not being a good friend. This homie waking up talking about something about suicide and not being right, and I'm over here trying to get my morning stretch on. I don't think I should call him right now. I think that should be private, but man alive, are we not supposed to be measuring twice? That's what I told my psychologist this morning. Hold on, let me get this straight. Are you coming out?
What's up?
Go chill. Phone's on her. Welcome to the Big Belly Show. Yeah. All right, I picked up all the rocks. So, life on the rocks. I should have put that. Life on the rocks. This morning I got a friend calling me talking some suicide shit. I know. He's like, I'm of sound body and mind. I do not plan on hurting myself. I do not have a gun. Da 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 da. Right. So the point is when I'm measuring twice, before I cut myself or make a judgment, it's the exact same conversation I was having with coughs a lot this morning. Don't come out here without your water. Grow up.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yep.
I gotta meet my mom in an hour.
See you later. I'm trying to finish the show. Are you in the middle of your show or my show? Oh, so you want to stop my show so we can be a part of your show? Yeah, we've had conversations. We've had conversations about being on the show and when to talk to each other and when to approach each other. And this isn't an ask you, and it's communication, man. I have to have my mind, body, and soul together right in the morning so I don't yell at her during the day, and I don't have my friends getting weird and talking about suicide. I figured that would lead before conversations leaving with their mom. I'm trying to explain to you guys, you have to measure twice. Ignore people, even the people you love, bro. If you don't get this right, you will interpret everything wrong. Not just for once, but the rest of the day, the rest of your life. You will get fucked. And it's not just fucking carpenters, and it's not just roofers, and it's not just construction. This is literally measure everything in your head twice, because that's what I had the conversation with my psychologist this morning. I said, did I just pay you for free advice? Everybody can tell you to relax, take a breath, reestablish what's going on, try to approach things differently, measure twice, cut once, right? Pretty easy advice. I just paid $300 for that advice. I said, there's got to be more to that than this, bro. There's got to be more than just chill, bro, or breathing exercises, or do yoga, man. It's got to be more than that. It's got to be more than, oh shit, I'm rushing out into the world and I'm making these quick decisions and I need to settle myself down and find my chi and harness my balance. And there's got to be more than that. And that's what I'm trying to come to, is this conclusion of, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I know it's hard for people with ADHD. I know it's hard for people with OCD. I know it's hard with people with impulse control. It has a lot to do with addiction too. It's like, man, if I want ice cream, I can snap my fingers and get on the sugar quick just as fast as anyone. But it was the measure it twice, because my first instinct was to swallow all the sugar. If I pause for the cause and I give myself the opportunity to do something different, then I have the ability to break my habits. Only then is that ability happening. With the other parts, all gas, no brakes, bro. Everybody wants to have all gas, no brakes. You want to be fucking badass in front of your girl and fucking saying all the right things and looking good. Except for you got too drunk and started throwing up on yourself and you ain't got the money to afford it. We've all been there, bro. It's all part of the lie, and that's why you have to measure twice, because the first one might be the lie that you're telling yourself, right? It might be the disillusionment and the denial that we all seem to eat, right? We all seem to eat some sort of form of denial. We have coping mechanisms. We have things that we tell ourselves. We'll lie to ourselves, basically. It's a weird function, but cognitive dissonance is something that happens inside of all of us. And even with presented with all the facts, we'll still see it the way that we only want to see it. And that's why I was like, nah, man, I'm going to measure this twice. Let me see if the first measurement is as accurate as I thought it was. Is the emotion as accurate as I thought it was? No, it's just an emotion. Turns out when I went to go measure it again and I pulled out my tape measure, guess what? Different number. Why? Because you're different. You're not the same as you were yesterday. You're not the same feelings you had yesterday. Today presents a whole new thing to measure. And that's what's crazy about it. That's when I knew there was a lie, because I went back and I checked the fucking math, and math doesn't lie. So if I was so depressed yesterday, how can I be happy today? Manic depression. If I could be so boastful but now lazy, what's that called? Grandiose narcissism. If you could be, let me think of some of the other diseases that are out there. Shit, there's so much denial, it's not even funny. So if you can live in that first measurement, that first denial measurement, my weight's not that overweight, or, you know, I don't have a problem, you have a problem, or I'm always dating. Why do I always date narcissists? Why is everybody such a narcissist, right? Dude knows. Dude knows. You know. We all know. It's just about measuring it again. Odds are you're a narcissist. We all have narcissistic tendencies. To what level? That's the measurement. Someone's telling you they're not a narcissist, be afraid. Someone tells you they're a genius, be afraid. Someone tells you they ain't got no problems, be afraid. You know, like, these are the things we all have. It's how you deal with it. And the ones with the measuring stick, the ones with intelligence, the ones with self-control, you know what they're doing with it? They're measuring twice, bro. Russell Simmons, he said, if you don't have 15 minutes, you need 2 hours. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking my half hour of my morning before I go holler at my friend who's having some kind of suicidal tendency going on, talking about screenshot this, I don't own a gun. I haven't talked to him in about a couple years, and all of a sudden this morning it was like, and then I called him and he doesn't want to answer because he's afraid that they're listening to him and he's ready for his court hearing. Yeah, bro, like, spun up. So measure yourself. Sometimes our brains play tricks on us. I know it does with this one. She doesn't want to admit it, but she's a stress cadet. I keep telling her, you're fucking freaking out. Let me show you how I'll freak her out. Watch this.
Don't, please don't.
See, look, just like that.
You don't even need to. You're doing
just great. Like that, bro. But instead, I'm trying to teach her there's no fear.
Mark.
There's no fear. And there's no cats. And they want to come chill with us and get fresh air like every other human being. And maybe you should get some fresh air and breathe instead of bitch. It might be important to you. I promise you in the end. Man, breathing over bitching, it's a thing. And sometimes I feel bad because I'll be riding on Michelle's ass, but she's young and she doesn't know. Would I be afraid to tell her, or just watch her make the mistakes? Are you going to be the parent that, I thought about this. I said, you are about to make a life decision. Are you ready to keep the consequences? Because I can't make them for you and I can't live them for you. And that's how I'm going to raise our kids. That's it. Because the truth is, you'd love to intervene. You'd love to jump into someone's destiny and tell them what's going to happen. The truth is, you don't know, and neither do I. And we're never going to know. Life is going to happen to all of us, bro. Whether we like it or not. Maybe it swings hard, maybe it swings soft. I'm not quite sure. But I know that I need to measure it twice, because that first instinct, I can't count on anymore. My lizard brain, the one that wants in my limbic system, I actually had to learn that shit. The one that skips all of it, the one that skips all the bullshit. Why? Because you needed to jump. You needed to get away from that crocodile. You needed to get away from that jaguar. There's no time for thinking or double thinking or calculating, right? That's limbic. That's why they call it the lizard brain, because it goes right to your reptile systems. It's in reptiles too. But this is the point. They don't have any cognition. They don't have any emotion. There's no time to calculate. But we, this species with AI, laptops, sharing of intelligence like we're doing right now, now we got it. Now we have the ability to go, wait a minute, is that fake news? Is that AI generated? He's doing that to me tonight. He's like, mention things that only I would know, so I know I'm talking to you actually. Yeah. Talking about Hunter Biden, gun stuff. I mean, he's all over the place. Talking about his poster getting deleted. I'm having a tough time with this one this morning. But what I'm not doing, right? What I'm not doing is jumping to conclusions. What I'm not doing is making myself a stress cadet. What I am going to do is get this body right again every morning, listening to my I am affirmation. And I will call my friend after this and check on him, but message him all morning. And I'm telling you, measure twice. And the measurement you can't see is usually the most important one. I know it sounds like magic, but it's not magic, it's perspective, right? The perspective goes like this. Here's the gem of it. Here's the gem of it. You can put it out. I'm good on that.
You good?
Yeah. Hear me now, feel me now. The measuring twice is so important because when you are seeing things through a lens, this aperture, the rest of everything begins to look the same. All right. They begin to look exactly the way you wanted them to look, right? And that's unfortunate, but it's true. It's the perspective that you see that you're going through that's going to make you see everything through this particular lens, through this particular way. It could be complaining, it could be lying, it could be ignoring. There's so many levels to this shit, it's not even funny. But that measuring, the one that makes the most to me, the one that I'm sending the message to the world with, right? Not the measuring of the world sending messages to you, like you're not enough if you don't have the car, you know, how much money you got, can you come to these events? Oh, you're too broke, you can't afford to come see your boys, what's their names, fucking Rolling Stones for $600 each, you know? What did the guy tell me on the phone the other day? It's only $700. I said, I don't know how much money you're making in the Philippines, but I could buy a car for $700, bro. Like, only. You know, I'm not spending your money, and you're working for the man. How about you start working for a man and help a man out? No? Okay, then. Never mind, then. Let me help myself out and measure twice. Let me help myself out and get some brakes on this fucking Ferrari. Let me allow myself to see things in a different light, because that light might change my aperture. And you know, photos are all about lighting. Movies are all about lighting. Life is all about lighting. If it wasn't for this light right here, we wouldn't have much of a life at all. Isn't that right, birds, trees, and breeze? Oh man, it feels so good to keep doing this every morning. I'm telling you. You guys should really get on this I am affirmations. There's like a 21-day challenge or 30-day challenge to listen to it every night, every morning. It's really cool to say I am strong, I am wise, I am profitable, I am exercise, I am me, unabashedly, even with these shoulder injuries. Whew, damn, the shoulder injury. Somebody get your boy. Whew, yeah. Whew. And somebody got to get your dreams, and that's got to be you. Today's only Thursday. I was supposed to post Wednesday and get up early and make my post today. get these posts out, save these sites, get these posts out, save these sites, get these posts out, save these sites, get these posts out, save these sites. And just give myself affirmations, give myself mantras. It started working for me because I'm already believing. I know I thought about it maybe 20 years ago when I started on this journey. I might not have believed it so much. You wouldn't be like, I am a natural leader. I would have said that, but I wouldn't have known what it took, right? I was the oldest in my family, but I led with violence. I led with abuse. I led with, what's the thing called when you're trying to intimidate people? It's not the way to get people. That's not social skills. That is not how it works. That's not even boss skills. Big boss skills, you're gonna need how to manage people. You want to be a manager, you got to manage yourself and manage others. And others have feelings and situations and flat tires and excuses and all sorts of things, bro. So get in where you fit in, boys and girls. Get in where you fit in. Get these knees right. Get this attitude right. Get this mind right. Because we got to count our pockets right. I think we count the wrong pocket. I know for facts we do. And I'll tell you why. As this plane flies through. Where am I? Water. It's all camouflage. Whew. Health, wealth, and happiness. Here we go. Relationships, happiness. This is what we're gonna do for the next year. And this is how it works. And I want this to sink in, so I left it for last, right? Check this out, man. I made it up when I was talking to my friend Lily. But I said, bitch, you're counting your wrong pockets, man. She was like, man, I had 60 grand in the bank. Now I only have 25. I said, 25? I don't even have $20. You have a fortune. You have enough money to start half a business, okay? You could buy a whole car cash, bitch, but what you're counting is the wrong pocket. Instead of this right pocket, where you're being very logical and explaining things and doing pie charts or crypto. Over here, in this left side logic, right side creativity, and this other side, you have a new vision. You've gone to Norway, dog. You've been seeing the Aurora Borealis with your own eyes. You've been to Germany how many times? I helped you get your passport, then you went to Thailand too. Look at that other pocket. See what it do. See if you don't count your blessings instead of your stressing, bro. See if you don't start seeing that you could die any moment with no matter if it's 60 grand or 25,000 in your bank don't give a fuck when you die, right? Your family does. So why aren't you paying more attention to them? Why aren't you spending more time with them? Why aren't you calling them, calling your grandma, calling your aunties, calling your uncles, calling those people, thanking them? Thanks for changing my diapers, bro. It'll be funny. They'll appreciate it. We all appreciate it. We all appreciate appreciation. That's right. And we all appreciate truth. Yeah. And we also appreciate attention. So give your grandma some attention. Call your mom and tell her you love her. You owe somebody a thank you. Get your perspective right. Start counting your blessings, not your stressings. It is so important to measure this other pocket. I know this one's saying empty, but this one's saying full. And many a times we're a fool for reaching in the pocket that is empty. We need to be a wise person and grabbing the pocket that says full and say, you know what, I did live. And for all my friends that are dead now, this one's for you guys. This one's for you. You can't be here right now. I got you, bro. Here comes Machu Picchu. Here comes Angkor Wat. Here comes the Great Wall of China. I'll make it happen, y'all. Health, wealth, and relationships. It's all about it. You're gonna have to fix them all three yourself, but I'll give you some hacks.
And that's what this show will turn back into. So blessings be to those who go after them. Oh, yeah. And that's Saints Addiction. Oh, yeah. Flexing on these hoes. All natural, baby. All natural. So come get some. Peace and love. And as always, Chi Gathon. And that means goodbye, but not forever and fiendish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. I got exercise. Peace. Measure twice.